Somebody in Europe just sold Matt Armstrong a pair of headlights that shouldn't exist, and they made sure you'd never know who they were. Let's start with what's actually true, because the true parts are already insane. Alex G's Chiron came out of that crash with its headlights destroyed. Not scratched, destroyed. And if you've priced Bugatti parts before, you already know where this is going. Some sellers wanted $150,000 for a replacement pair. Then Mate Rimac, the actual CEO of Bugatti, went on record and said the official price is
It's actually $25,000 per headlight, so $50,000 for the full front system.
If Bugatti would even sell them, they wouldn't. So somewhere in this story, a door that should have stayed shut opened. A contact reached out. Not a dealership, not a parts network, a person. And this person had exactly one rule. No cameras, no names. Matt didn't argue, he booked a private jet. Sit with that for a second, because we're not talking about a quick Amazon order here. We're talking about chartering a flight to a location the video never names, meeting a person the video never shows, inside a window so tight, 1 hour, that missing it meant flying home empty. The face was blurred. The price was 10,000 euros. Original Bugatti parts at a fifth of Rimac's own quoted price, from someone who couldn't risk being seen handing them over. Now here's where it gets interesting. Not because of what happened, but because of what the internet decided must have happened. Theory 1. It was Rimac himself. The same man who questioned whether this rebuild could even be finished. The same man who said on camera that the airbags for sure weren't the same, before Matt proved him wrong. Comment sections ran wild with the idea that the CEO secretly fed parts into a project he publicly doubted. Is it possible? Sure. Is it likely? A sitting CEO personally couriering headlights to a blurred-face meeting in a private jet hangar somewhere in Europe. That's not corporate strategy. That's a heist movie. Fun theory. Weak case. Theory 2, and this is the one worth actually sitting with. A Bugatti employee. Not company policy. One person. Someone with legitimate access who watched this rebuild like millions of us did. Who didn't agree with turning down a customer, and who moved a pair of parts through a door that wasn't supposed to be open. That explains the blur. That explains the urgency. That explains a price that wasn't retail but wasn't a scam either. Just someone who wanted paid, not caught. Theory 3. Bugatti knew and let it happen quietly. Public denial, private assist. A brand that gets to say we had nothing to do with this while secretly betting that a stunning independent rebuild only makes their engineering look better. It's the most cynical read, and also the hardest one to prove or disprove, because that's exactly what plausible deniability is built to do. Here's my read, for what it's worth. Someone close to Bugatti, not Bugatti itself. The blur, the rush, the jet, the price, that's not corporate policy, that's one person protecting themselves. But none of these theories have evidence behind them. They're reconstructions built from a video that was edited specifically to keep the identity out of frame. That's worth remembering before anyone treats a comment section theory as a verdict on a real person's actions. What we do know is simpler and honestly, more damning. If Bugatti sold parts to independent owners the normal way, none of this happens. No jet, no blur, no mystery. The secrecy isn't a side effect of some shadowy deal. It's a direct result of a parts policy that pushed a legitimate car owner into a 1-hour blacked-out meeting just to fix his own car. And when Matt got home and plugged those headlights in, they worked immediately. Main beams lit. DRL squares came alive exactly the way Bugatti designed them to. Real parts, real fit, real function. Whoever sold them clearly knew exactly what they were selling. So here's the actual open question. Not who, but why did it have to happen like this at all? Drop your theory below. Just remember, it's a theory, not a verdict. Version 2, the receipts timeline evidence ledger framing. Forget the theories for a second. Let's just lay out the facts in order, because the facts alone are stranger than any comment section guess. Fact 1. Alex G's Chiron needed headlights after the crash, real ones, not reproductions. The crash took out original Bugatti units, and Bugatti doesn't exactly stock those on a shelf. Fact 2. The open market wanted up to $150,000 for a pair. If that number sounds made up, it's not. Mate Rimac, Bugatti's own CEO, confirmed the official price is $25,000 per headlight. Fact 3. Bugatti wouldn't sell to Matt at all. Not at $50,000, not at any price. So here's where the ledger gets weird. A contact appeared. European. Anonymous. One non-negotiable condition. No filming, no identifying anyone involved. And Matt's answer to that condition wasn't a phone call or a wire transfer. It was a private jet. Write that down, because it matters. A chartered flight to a location never named on camera for a meeting with a person whose face was blurred. Inside a 1-hour window that started the second the jet touched down. Miss the window, and you're flying home with nothing. That's not how legitimate parts distribution works. That's how black market meets are run in movies. Except this one produced genuine working Bugatti components for 10,000 euros. A fifth of retail. Now let's run the suspects evidence style. Because comment sections have already nominated 3. Suspect 1, Mate Rimac personally. Motive on paper, he's the guy who publicly doubted the rebuild, who said the airbags for sure weren't original before Matt proved him wrong. So maybe this was a quiet apology. Opportunity, he runs the company. Problem, no CEO of a company this size personally couriers parts to a blurred 1-hour jet-timed handoff. That's not deniability, that's a liability nightmare. Interesting motive, implausible method, case weak. Suspect 2, an unnamed Bugatti employee acting alone. Motive, genuine enthusiasm for a rebuild that a lot of Bugatti fans were rooting for. Opportunity, legitimate internal access to genuine parts. Method, moving them off book for cash, face hidden, because getting caught means losing a job, not making headlines. Every piece of evidence lines up here. The blur, the rush, the price that's steep enough to be real but nowhere near retail. This is the theory that survives contact with the facts. Suspect 3, Bugatti itself unofficially. Motive, a spectacular independent rebuild is free advertising for how well their cars are engineered, even if they can never admit to helping. Opportunity, total. Problem, zero evidence, and a company this size doesn't usually run secret side deals through blurred face meetings in field locations. Compelling in theory, unprovable in practice. Verdict if you're forcing one, someone with real, legitimate access to Bugatti parts, operating outside the company's knowledge or authorization, not the company, and almost certainly not its CEO. But that's a reasoned guess built on a video engineered to hide the answer, not a confirmed fact. Worth saying twice. Here's the part that actually matters more than the identity, though. None of this had to happen. If Bugatti sold parts to real owners doing real repairs, there's no jet, no blur, no hour-long window, no mystery at all. The secrecy isn't proof of some scandal. It's the direct, predictable result of a policy that locks legitimate owners out of their own car's parts. And the ending is the one part nobody can dispute. Back in Miami, the headlights went in, powered up immediately, and the DRL squares lit exactly the way Bugatti built them to. Genuine parts. Perfect fit. No fakes, no gray market knockoffs. Just an unanswered question about who was willing to sell them and why they needed a blurred face and a 1-hour countdown to do it. So, CEO, employee, or the company quietly looking the other way? Lay out your case in the comments. Just keep in mind, right now it's still a theory, not a verdict.